We're back, everybody.
With more class 7.
Don't say it like that. Say it like this. More class 7?
More class 7.
Now wipe the tears from your eyes and try again.
No.
Sounds like the meeting is over. I wonder if Cassius still uses his bow staff, or if he went back to his sword. Since he went back to the army.
Oh, you there, young man.
You're Reen Schwarzer, correct?
I am. I am Schwarzer the Reen. Wait a minute. Oh, no, I think Kayla was standing outside the door. Okay. Yes, that's right. I'm honored to make your acquaintances.
As am I. Stories of the Ashen Chevalier have certainly made their rounds across Calvin. Though I suppose not all of those stories paint you in the best light.
That's perfectly understandable. However, I hear you single-handedly destroyed a number of our tanks and those gunships without killing those within. It was quite a feat, which spiked my curiosity. I see now why Lady Mildine, Princess Alphen, and General Le Guin hold you in such high esteem. Thank you for the compliment. Please accept my apologies about your tanks. It was nothing personal. You've also played a part in the Northern War, didn't you? Ermaferia and Northumbria have been on friendly terms for quite a long time. It pains me greatly we could not do anything to help them. Your involvement contributed to a significant reduction in casualties among their citizens, though. You give me too much credit. I wasn't acting alone. No need to be so humble. I heard stories about you from the refugees who fled to Ermaferia when Northumbria was incorporated into the Erebonian Empire. Modesty is a fine trait, but it starts to grate when people downplay their achievements. Acknowledge your importance. You're the person whose actions may very well decide the fate of the world, after all. There's still plenty of time until dinner. If you'd like to chat some more, I'll be in my room. Since the acting Duke Alberea and the fellow from the Inspectorate are here, why not invite them along as well? I've already informed them. I will also be retiring to my room until dinner. Feel free to come and see me if you wish. I'd like to speak with Lloyd, too. I'll go and tell him. So, I heard you like talking to people.
I was wondering when we'd finally get the chance to meet.
And here is Brigadier General Dad. Or Lieutenant General Dad. Lieutenant General Bright, I've heard much about you from Master Ka-Fai. I don't think I've had the chance to introduce myself to you either, Your Highness. I am Reen Schwarzer, son of Baron Tayo Schwarzer and disciple of the 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School. I currently work as an instructor for Thor's Military Academy's branch campus. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintances.
Oh, no. The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
This is kind of the voice I expected for Claudia.
In a way, this feels closer to a reunion than a first meeting. Perhaps it's due to all the tales I've heard about you from Tita and Josette. And from Prince Olivert as well.
I'm honored to hear that. What happened to Olivert was truly heartbreaking. He had this grand vision, you see. It wasn't only with Erebonia's best interests in mind, but those of the entire continent. Yes, he was a great man. Victor and Toval were good friends of mine as well. Their death stepped out the heavy blow to Erebonia. I'd even say it was felt by the whole continent. But now we must carry on without them. Even if that involves committing to something they most certainly would have never approved of. Huh? If you'd like, why don't you stop by to chat for a bit before dinner? Cassius, you wanted to talk to Estelle, didn't you? Yes, and the others as well. Ren, Tita, Agate. Please do come along, Reen. We could reminisce about Master Ka-Fai together. I'll definitely stop by. Lieutenant Brigadier General Dad, reporting for duty.
Oh, Reen! There you are!
Oh, Alphen, there you are. Yeah, you start to know their voices when you play enough of this game. Hello, Princess Alphen. Are you alright? Of course. I was a little shocked about the topics of discussion, but I suppose it's good we were able to talk about all those pressing issues. Princess. I see. I'm sorry I couldn't reveal the intended scale when I invited you, Princess. I trust you understand this was an inevitable reality. Your presence here was of the utmost importance. Yes, I'm well aware of my responsibilities. With neither father nor my brothers available, it falls to me to represent the Imperial family and remain informed of the current situation. Would you be so kind as to share some of that information with us at dinner? That's the plan. We could use more input on the matters at hand. We'll all be cooperating, of course. Bracers, the special support section, and representative of Thor should make their voices heard, too. We'll need to know where they intend to position themselves between Operations Jormungand and Mila Mirage. Dinner won't be served for a while, though. Princess Alphen, Elise, why don't you join me for some tea? You may join as well, Instructor, but the topic of discussion will most likely not interest you, given how easily you embarrass. I can never tell if you're joking, you say, but tea sounds good to me. Yes, count me in too. Oh, maybe Claudia could join us? Yes, I'll extend an invitation to her. Instructor Reen, will you be coming? Please do. If you insist, I'll see you in a bit. Alright. No, Reen, they're going to be talking about you and how to get you. There's still time to chat with the attendees before dinner. I might want to speak with the President and Prince Albert. There's Lieutenant General Bright, too. People have moved to new locations. The main story will progress once you see the required sub-events. Some optional content will be unavailable once we progress the story. Oh, no. Guess what I gotta do again?
Do more talking.
Do more talkie bits. It'll be like going on an hour and a half to 2 hours of talk bits.
Ooh, so many talk a bit.
Yeah, lots of talk bits. But it's like Tonka Tough.
I was about to say talk.
Someone is talking on the other side of the door.
Talk
Wow.
a bit.
Wowzers, an exclusive interview like this sure makes my day. What are your thoughts on the development since the trade conference 2 years ago? And what's your take on the recent incidents in the Principality? Haha, I've answered those questions for the Ardent Press before. Grace, was it? Listen, Grace, it's all very well that you're so motivated, but you should think your questions through beforehand. Somehow it hurts that much more being told off by a stunningly beautiful woman. As well it should. Sounds like they're in the middle of a spirited conversation. Anyway, let's visit the Liberal waiting room for now. No. President Rocksmith, in your opinion, how's the prognosis for Calvard looking? Not too bad, I'd say, for now. Lady Mildean's sharp intellect is truly something to be feared, isn't it? The situation being as it is, I'm determined to see things through on my end. President Rocksmith. What the new party does with the country once it's in their hands, though, I really couldn't say. I might have some information that could be of interest to you. Rocksmith's term is nearly over. I shouldn't interrupt their conversation. I'll come back a bit later. Chloe, how are you? I'm well, thanks. I haven't seen you in 3 months. Good to see you again, Joshua, Ren. And you guys. Been a while. Tita and I saw you in Grand Cell before we set off for Erebonia. I'm so happy to see you again. It was the same for us, but we headed to Calvard instead. How is the Queen? Very well, thanks for asking. Very well, thanks for asking after her. She couldn't have attended with all the attention around her right now. That's why she sent me in her stead. I see, she needed someone trustworthy to represent her. But if these talks are so crucial, why didn't Julia and Sieg come too? I imagine some urgent matters kept them busy. Sieg hardly has a moment to spare working as a messenger. I see. Based off that, I suppose I have an idea of what's going on. Yeah. I doubt people were just making small talk over tea and biscuits in there. Can you share anything with us, Dad? We haven't seen each other in half a year and it's straight to business with you? Neither hello nor hug? I suppose a father can't hope for love and affection from his daughter once she's left the nest to become independent. Don't guilt trip me for not being all sugary sweet. You seem well, anyway. You too, Sunshine. Joshua, everything alright? Yes, all's going well. So you're Chloe's bodyguard today, Dad? Oh, don't tell me that's all you're here for. I won't believe it. Well, have some patience. Everything will be revealed soon enough. Ren, did you get taller? You've grown a lot since I last saw you. I'm only taller by 5 reach. I'll catch up with Tita at this rate. No, please don't. It'll make me... It took me so long to stop looking like a kid. Don't worry, Tita. You're still growing. You're only 16. Estelle had just joined the braces when she was your age. It feels like it was only around yesterday we were traveling around the world together. I was a sky bandit back then. You might be older now, Estelle, but you're as happy-go-lucky as ever, I see. That's not the worst thing in the world, is it? As for you, Josette, even grown up, you never lost that little urchin attitude. It's part of my personal identity, you see. Tita, I hear you've been making a name for yourself. Your grandfather had nothing but praise for you. Apparently, though, your mom worries about you a lot. Oh, she's just a worrywart. I write her a lot to let her know I'm fine. I already messaged her to tell her everything's okay. She mentioned something about Agate getting his comeuppance next time she sees him, too. She said she was drafting a new research project involving human test subjects. What? Mom. It's like the good old times again. That reminds me. Estelle, did you see Zin when you were in Calvard? I did. It was just before I came to Erebonia. He asked me to pass messages for him to my dad and a few others. Oh, brilliant. They've got lots to talk about. I don't want to interrupt their fun. I should come back later. Reen should always come back later. He just always comes back later.
I was about to say, is it going to be come back later in the game?
We can call the stream here for now. We'll come back later. Oh, hello, Instructor Reen. Reen, sorry, we were so caught up in catching up, we didn't mean to exclude you. Don't be shy, boy. Come and join us. Sure, if you don't mind. Man, I'd love to know what they were talking about. Oh well. The world may never know. Oh man, and she had knockers this big. Joshua was surrounded by cute women, and Estelle's getting jealous. Jealous, Estelle. You seem to be enjoying yourselves, but that's no surprise when good friends get together. They bonded during the orbital shutdown phenomenon. It's regrettable Olivert is no longer with us, and Sherazard has gone missing as well. Regardless, we must stay focused on what's ahead of us and try to remain optimistic. Wise words. By the way, I'm happy to see you, Reen. Master Kafai has been telling me about this young man has even more potential than you, Cassius. I'm sure that's not true. He must have been teasing you. Besides, there are so many complicating factors now. Oh, are you speaking of your background? I've heard of it, and I'm aware of the cause of your altered appearance, too. Don't worry too much about what you can't change, Reen. And by the way, I got a letter about you a month ago from a certain man on an eastward journey. You don't mean Master Kafai? But I was still imprisoned then. Yes, so I hear. Oddly enough, it was foretold in the letter. Whether it was prophecy or just a wild guess, I cannot tell. We get to see Master Kafai now. He's old. A frighteningly accurate prediction. What was the letter about, exactly? That's the thing, Reen. In light of the current situation, I'm afraid I cannot tell you yet. Huh? It's not the right time nor place. But to give you a rough idea, the letter regards mastery of our school of swordsmanship. In this time of turbulence, become that flashing blade which illuminates the darkness, even for the briefest moment. Once I have returned from the east and we have reunited, I shall impart to you my final teachings. The forms our master passed on to me are the first Helix and the seventh Void. You, however, seem to be trying to touch on all seven forms, and in doing so go beyond even Void. You understand how difficult such a feat will be, don't you? Of course, with the way I am now, I'm not confident I could ever achieve it. But you're right, this isn't the place to discuss it. Just keep in mind, we'll come back to it later. I'll relay our master's message for you once the circumstances are right. We've yet to see where today's talks lead to. But a time when great determination and sacrifice are needed is no doubt to come. I'll be ready for it. Aww, they got on like a house on fire. Yeah, you couldn't tell they've only just met. Having something unique in common, like the fighting style, brings people together. I'm feeling a bit jealous now. It looks like we're the outsiders. I totally get that, though. Agate, are you feeling left out, too? Nah, why would I care? Excuse me for butting in. I'm from the Crossbell Times. Could you please spare some time for a really quick interview? Your Grace. Serious about your job, I see. I bet Niall and Dorothy gave you their list of questions for the attendees, too. Excuse you. I heard that.
Nah.
I heard that. You heard nothing. Cassius and Claudia agreed to the interview. Reen and the others excused themselves to give them some privacy. Everyone's been moving around. There's still time to chat with the attendees before dinner. People have moved to new locations. The main story, oh my god, I know, and the main story will progress. Oh, come on! Are you seeing this? Are you looking?
More talky bits, more people to talk to. Actually, I wonder if some of those were the ones that they were like, oh, we'll come back later, and now is later.
Yeah, and since they're all red exclamation points, they are all required. None of these are optional.
Go chat them up.
Why is Reen the only one who doesn't get tea and snacks? Okay, I mean, if I can breathe. Ah, so your mom moved to Erebonia? Yes, she couldn't stand Crossbell after splitting with my father, who's Calvardian. She moved in with some distant relatives of hers in the Empire. That was 10 years ago. Time really does fly. Oh, I think you've told me about this before. I feel like I'm forgetting something. That rings a bell, actually. Distant relatives of the noble MacDowell family from Crossbell? That would be the Barons of Eastern Lemaire, if I'm not mistaken. How did you... Ah, of course, you're from Lemaire yourself. You're right. Family trees can get so sprawling you can't easily tell who's related to who. In fact, that Baron's family are also distant relatives of my family. Oh? Maybe that's why your hair color is the same. That pearl gray shade is definitely unusual. But the two of you have almost the exact same shade. That's right, it runs in the family. We may be very distant cousins, but we share the same blood nonetheless. I had no idea. What a surprise. Aurelia Le Guin, a cousin. Glad to have you as my family, Ellie MacDowell. Oh, that's so sweet. Uh-oh, now I'll tense up every time I talk to Ellie. And why would that be, Miss Crawford? No reason. I suppose this hints at the close ties between Erebonia and Crossbell, which stretch back centuries. Crossbell's also been cooperating with Calvard for a long time. And now they're in this awkward position when they have to choose between one ally or the other. It feels so wrong. Oh. Elisa. That's precisely the case. I probably don't have any right to say that, considering my own position. No, your honesty is much appreciated. It was wonderful to talk to you, Elisa. Same. Thank you for all the advice, Ellie. It's really nice to be in the company of people who really get along. Yes, friendship is beautiful, isn't it? I heard about Ellie's mother, or at least someone who seemed like her living in an Erebonian town. I guess that's what was nagging me earlier. I guess I'll come back later. I don't want to interrupt him. Elisa and Ellie met in Crossbell and have been good friends ever since. Yuna's friends with both of them. She's an amiable girl. But I wouldn't have seen it coming that they'd be chatting with the principal. And now oh my god. How are you doing? Very well, thank you. Just catching up with friends. We've been exchanging messages since we met 3 months ago. We discovered that we have some shared interests. Shh, Ellie, don't tell him. What interests? Never mind. Ellie, let's talk about that in private. Okay, we're in a similar situation anyway. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about. You'd be surprised. Next to them, I feel like a kid lost in the dark. You'll get there in time. Schwarzer, you could probably learn a thing or two from them as well. I'm not sure what the conversation was about, but I'm always reminded there's plenty of room for me to learn from others. I'm not sure what you guys were talking about, but I'm always reminded how much I fucking suck.
Yeah. Face palm.
So, what they were talking about there is friggin' Lloyd and Ellie also have feelings for each other, but Lloyd is also fucking dense as a sack of bricks. Like, that mullet is like a lead force field blocking any common sense from going into his brain. All he can think about is detective work and helping others. He is dense as fuck. I think Estelle and Joshua are the only ones who actually get it. Claudia, I'm terribly sorry about earlier. I was so taken aback. I lost my composure. Thank you for being so kind to me. Oh, of course. Considering the subject, it was no wonder you became agitated. You have a huge responsibility on your shoulders as a representative of the Imperial family. Thank you for being so understanding. Now that rings alarm bells. I'll just wait for the announcement at dinner and try not to worry for now, but... Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm Estelle Bright, member of the Laburo Bracer Guild. It is a great honor to meet you in person, Princess Alphen. There's no need to be so formal with me. I've heard so much about you from my brother. I feel like we're already friends. Olivier was a dear friend, and what happened to him was a terrible shock. He went out of his way to get permission for me and Joshua to visit Hamel once things had settled down in Liberl. When we heard what happened to him, we were all so heartbroken and angry. Me, Joshua, Shara, we all wished there was something we could have done to stop it. But I'm sure all of our grief is nothing compared to what you must be going through. Estelle, thank you for having been a good friend to my brother. I feel a little better knowing that there were people who cared so much about him. Olivert was a very thoughtful and brave man, and a lot of fun to be around. When I was hesitant about whether to accept my duty as a crown princess, he gave me the push I needed. He also fostered friendly relations between Erebonia and Liberl. Despite his airhead appearance, he was a smart leader. Thank you, Claudia. He'd tease me for being so easily moved to tears. He'd come out with a line like, "At a time such as this, I'd like you to be a ray of sunshine which makes courage bloom." That does sound like him. Regrettably, I never had the chance to meet Prince Olivert in person. However, I heard about him encouraging greater integration and cooperation between all nations of the continent. Please accept my sincere condolences, Princess Alphen. Thank you, Lucy. By the way, you were Claudia's upperclassman at school, weren't you? Really? Oh my gosh! Actually, Chloe did tell us about that Lecter person before. Does that mean... That's correct. I went to Liberl to study at Genis Royal Academy. I was on the student council together with Lecter Arendelle. Oh, shit.
Oh.
I can't believe I didn't put 2 and 2 together. Like, we've seen her, we see her many times in the Trails games. You two looked after me really well back then. It made my school life that much more enjoyable. What a small world. He's an Ironblood and a member of the Intelligence Division. He's a stranger person that I thought. Should be Than, but okay. But wait, the famously beautiful vice president who'd force the student council president to listen to her no matter what? That'd be me. Chloe, I wish you didn't spread exaggerated rumors about me. Sorry, but they're not exaggerated at all. Even now, I can't forget that time you... That time you were asked. There should be a space there. About the most important thing in the world and responded with strength. Now you're just trying to embarrass me. Wait, did I really say that to you? Not directly. I overheard your conversation with Hans. So you were following me around and listening to my conversations with other students? I should come back later. I wouldn't have guessed they knew each other so well. Oliver was so beloved by people from different backgrounds. It's a real shame he died so young. I'd be curious to hear more about Claudia and Lucy's school life, too. Now Lecter stands on the opposite side of his former classmates. I'm sure I'll cross paths with him again, and with Claire, too. And the talky bits in this room still aren't done. Sorry, Reen, here we are talking among ourselves again and leaving you out. I can get going and free up some space. No, please don't leave on my account. You haven't seen each other in a while. I'm sure you have a lot to talk about. Getting to exchange a few words with you in person has already been a great honor. With luck, we'll meet again and have a longer chat then. You're too humble, Reed. Indeed. That reminds me, weren't you one of the testers for the Oral Communication Network? I also got a test account from Ren. What would you say to exchanging network addresses? Are you sure? Why not? Don't be shy. Princess Claudia doesn't limit her circle of friends to the upper classes. When she enrolled at the academy, she did so under an assumed name in order to be treated like any normal girl. Lucy, I don't need a spokesperson. Okay, in that case, I'll gladly give you my network address. It shouldn't become a diplomatic issue if we're just playing a game together, I hope. You know what that means.
Oh no. We're gonna play Pom Pom Party against the princess.
Princess
Let's
Pom.
begin.
We'll see if she's just as good as Ash or not. Green goes here. Oh, I'm actually pretty good.
It was a lovely match.
Fuck, she fucking raped me over the coals.
Let us begin.
She fucking laid me out like I was Sunday laundry. Fucking damn. Uh-oh. I am playing terribly.
You thought it was gonna be easy because you're like, princess, and princess like, I'll show you princess. Princess Palm.
No. What the fuck? It was that. No, I can't focus now. I'll show you, princess. No. What the fuck was that? I fucking can't see. My eyes are watering. No. Oh my goodness, I am just getting fucking raked over the coals. Oh, I guess that's acceptable.
It was a lovely match.
Oh, how dare she?
Let us begin.
Maybe now I'll be able to fucking focus. I'll show you, princess. What the fuck was that? Oh shit. Oh no, I'm gonna fucking lose again. No.
So easily distracted. Too many palms.
Not enough parties. Okay. I'm still so mad that I missed somebody.
Yeah, I know. Who knows? Probably can't go back either.
It was a lovely match.
Oh, come on, that should have been fine. I had a set of 3.
Let us begin.
is not the play that I need to make. Oh, I actually could have saved that in an actually useful fashion.
Oh, I thought she was gonna get you.
She is gonna get me.
It was a lovely match.
Because I accidentally flipped one of the fucking things the wrong way.
Let us begin.
Like Claudia came to fucking play.
I mean, it's pom-poms.
Yes, but she has more pressing matters to concern herself with, like the fate of her country.
Clearly not. She's got time for proms. What country? It's pom-pom party time.
Yes, it's absolutely pom-pom party time.
My sincerest congratulations.
Yeah. Alright. I'm the king of pom-pom party. I can beat the queen of pom-pom party. But I gotta beat her twice in a row for it to count.
Let us begin.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Now we're
We
good. Now.
got
We're good.
trouble.
We're good. Now we're in trouble. Oh boy.
My
Yes!
sincerest congratulations.
Okay. Well, that'll be all for now. Until next time, everybody.
Until next time.